Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're at. We're about to go live here on the Your Hobby Hotline Sunday Special Edition. The guys are getting ready on the main stage. I thought I'd pop on, go live on everybody. That way, we're on time. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall away and then let the crew guys take it live from the show. So you're going to get a live feed from the main stage at the National for those of you who aren't there. And I'm just going to go quiet and let y'all watch. So here we go.
So coming up next at the stage, we have a huge treat. How many of you know about the Hobby Hotline podcast? I see a few hands. I see some other people that are going to learn. Hobby Hotline is a podcast every Saturday morning where you can actually call in and talk to some great hobby experts. Ask them your questions. Today, one of the hobby experts on the stage with him is Dr. James Beckett. Do you think he knows what he's talking about? Probably pretty well. So, founder of Beckett Magazine, Beckett Media, changed the face of our hobby. And he's going to be up here on the stage. I just stepped on some cards. That's a fireable offense. I'm throwing out, oh, sorry, knocked him right in the head. That's also fireable. I gotta find an extension cord. And once I do, we will be ready to go here. Hey guys, you can come on, get up on the stage. This Topps Merlin that I'm throwing out is pretty cool. It's an old brand from the early 90s. Maybe one of these Hobby Hotline guys can tell you all about it. Oh, sorry. I got another one going back there. Look at my box screen. Another one. Oh, are we really going long distance here? Oh. I'll get you one, I promise. There we go. At least it didn't go too far. All right. Oh, on the numbers. On the numbers. I haven't thrown one like that since high school. I used to be able to throw a pack over that mountain over there. One person got it. They just want to see things fly. Sorry about that. Things got a little out of hand. Curveball. All right, that was the last pack, but after Hobby Hotline wraps up, I probably got one or two more boxes of packs to throw out to people. We're just a few seconds away from the Hobby Hotline going live. Man, there's a lot of beautiful, smart people up here on the stage. This is going to be fantastic. We waiting for anybody to get started, or are you guys ready to go? You're ready to go. Right. And welcome to the main stage of the National Sports Collectors Convention, Hobby Hotline.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming out. We're Hobby Hotline. I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves. My name is John Newman from Sports Car Nation. You. Yes, it is. Is this thing on? You gotta talk into it. You gotta make love to the microphone. You gotta get real close. Action. There we go. There you go.
Sports Card Insights, delighted to be part of the Hobby Hotline group.
Yes. Through DH from Let Me Get That Photograph and Let Her Rip, as well as BB South.
My name is Jeremy Lee. I do Sports Cards live on YouTube. Yeah. And I'm tall. Yeah, really tall. And yeah, happy to be part of Hobby Hotline, to be here. What a great show we've had so far. Hope you're all having a great time.
Hi everyone, my name is Sam. I run the Women of the Hobby account on Instagram and YouTube as well. So again, I'm happy to be here, and I guess I could say I'm short. So.
And I'm Chris Harris. Back in the early 2000s, you might remember I wrote a blog called stalegun.com. It's still there. You can read all blog articles. And in recent years, I'm behind a baseball cardpedia project. So, if you've ever been to baseball cardpedia, I probably wrote it. And I'm tall, but I'm not as tall as Jeremy.
All right, how's everybody doing today? I know it's the end of the National, but how's everybody doing?
Exhausted.
My feet hurt. Does anyone else's feet hurt? Yes! All right, I feel a little bit better. So guys, obviously this is a national, unlike any other we've ever seen. What's been y'all's thoughts on it?
I've seen a lot more kids.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful thing. I started as a 7-year-old, and I love seeing kids in the hobby. So that's I've seen more this year, guys, than in 2019. So that's a positive sign.
Yeah, I agree. It's been more kids than ever before, and maybe the best national ever. I heard a vendor the other day say this is the best card show of all time, which I thought was telling. And on Wednesday, I felt that Wednesday was busier here than any other day at any other national I'd ever been to. I think there are 13 of them, and so it's crazy. Good sign for the hobby, and I think what's to come.
Yeah, I've been to 14 nationals, and Wednesday and Thursday were like nothing I've ever seen before. One thing that I've never seen at a national before, entourages, especially camera crews. Never seen that before. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not.
I feel like there was a lot of a narrative that there was going to be tons of camera crews at the show. And I saw a few, but I was expecting way more. I was expecting there to be like dozens of camera crews, and I thought it was kind of nice that some, potentially some content creators toned it down and maybe didn't have a full camera crew with them, but there were certainly some.
And they kind of all just went away after Friday too. I think a lot of these guys, they brought their entourage with them. They dropped their 50 or 100 or 200 grand on whatever card, and then they got out of town by Friday. So, but Saturday and today has just kind of been like any other weekend at the National.
So our newest member of the crew is Sam Schufer from Women in Hobby. We are very blessed to have her be part of Hobby Hotline.
Very much so.
This is her first national, right? So
Yes.
I want to ask her, like your thoughts here as we wrap up. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. Obviously, this is the biggest car show I've ever been to, and maybe from the sounds of it, everyone else as well. So it's been an amazing time, but yeah, a lot of people ask me, what have you picked up? What have you picked up? And honestly, I picked up the friends that I've made online. It's kind of the biggest So, I mean, yeah, I haven't really gone after a huge card or a big card or anything, but I've been able to meet pretty much everyone that I came here to meet, so it's been super successful, and yeah, it's been awesome.
And is that not really the best thing about the National? All year long, we like so many people. I'm sure there's a lot in the crowd that I've talked to this year that I don't know your name. That I might know the name, and there's people that you interact with all year, and you don't get to see them. Everybody coming together, I think, especially with everything we've gone through in the last couple of years, or year and a half. You know, everyone excited to get together, but it really is like John Newman says all the time, the hobby is the people. I'll pay you $5 later. You know, and it is the people, and it's been wonderful, and I've met so many incredible people. It's been awesome. You know, we hear about market dips, corrections. I was curious to see, you know, what we were going to see here this week, and I think when you see this amount of people and the transaction that's happening on the floor, it's a very strong sign that, like Dr. Jim here said, we're in the greatest hobby, and it's very strong no matter what the economic conditions are outside the room. This hobby is going to be here for the long haul, so that's a very positive thing.
I heard someone say recently that our hobby is so strong, we've actually taken the word hobby and made it our own, so no other hobbies can actually call theirs. We own the hobby word.
It's now capitalized. The hobby.
Hashtag the hobby.
Belongs to this group in this convention center this week for sure.
And that's a testament to everybody here. Everybody that makes it out, everyone that goes to the card shows, everyone that makes those deals. And like you said, John, one thing that blew me away the most, besides the heavy amount of kids that were here, which just made me so happy, was the amount of action I saw, whether it being trades, sales, and I mean, my hotel hasn't had an official trade night, but every single night until 3 a.m. there's 100 people in the lobby sitting there trading cards. It's not stopping when this show ends. It's a beautiful thing. So I got to trump Chris Harris. I know he said he went to 14 nationals. The gentleman to my right here has been to every single national, and then some. I want to ask him. I mean, he's seen every national with his own eyes. And your impressions this week of comparing them to 30-something other ones or 40-something other ones.
It's been terrific. You know, basically, in some of the down years, you have to look for some positives. This year, you have to look hard for some negatives. I mean, basically, everything has been great. If somebody's not having a great show, they got a problem, because this has been great.
Agree. You can't. There were some periods of time on Fridays, Saturdays. You walk through certain areas and you couldn't walk through, and I haven't seen that ever at the National. You can get through anywhere, right? But now you couldn't. You'd have to wait. You'd have to stop in the hallway, in the aisle, and wait for people to move so you could actually get through. And while it's somewhat frustrating that you're sitting because you want to get where you're going, you're also like, well, that's pretty good. Things are looking up and all that. So I thought that was another sort of indication of the health of where we're at right now. And hopefully it keeps on continuing. I talk a lot of hockey, and we heard that Gene McLeod from Arena Designs is coming back to design some hockey products and some upper deck products. So that was a really big announcement that I'm excited about. We got the card art movement going strong. I see some card artists in the crowd right now doing some great things out there. And there was I heard about a record sale at a Wilt Chamberlain 1961 Fleer rookie card that was, I guess the term might be Frankenstein or arted by an anonymous card artist named Card Killer, sold for. And this thing has been cut. It's been cut. Sold for $2,500 for a card art Wilt Chamberlain card at this show. That was pretty neat.
Shout out to Card Killer. He's absolutely amazing and does some incredible work. I like him extra because he's from Brooklyn like me. So extra points. BK.
Any other any other sort of observations from the show or anyone in the crowd? Any highlights for any of you guys out there?
Yo.
Yo's gonna call in.
What's up, bud? Come on up.
Yeah, this is probably been the best national for me. I've done a lot of crazy trades and stuff. Yesterday I was at the Lowe's for the trade-in. I actually flipped a 7 Kobe PSA 9 for Stage Rookie for $100.
Nice.
And then at trade night Thursday at the Hyatt, got some pretty cool cards. Like that's where I got the Kobe. Also got Jason Kidd, 1-1 black box, flawless auto. And just being around a lot of people, especially these guys, it's a great feeling,
Right on.
And I want to shout out to Mo. He was with us when we launched the show. He was one of the very first callers in, and here he is live. Look at the poise too. He's more poised than I am. He's probably gonna take my spot when we see it. So.
I know, yes, O's definitely been here since the beginning. We got Eric in the crowd. I'm gonna call it. We got those back pages. How about you? Let's hear from you, Eric. You've been to some nationals before. Any big takeaways or observations from you?
What's your experience been like, man?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I'm 3 shot of Chris. This is my
Put
11th.
it closer.
Close to the
Yeah,
mic.
get through the beer.
I'm 3 behind Chris. This is my 11th show, and I've never ever seen anything like this before. I've heard the last 18 months the hobby is dying. Kids are priced out. Just have a look around. The hobby is not dying. Kids are not priced out. All the kids here probably have more money than I do. It's just fantastic. I love it.
Who else in the crowd has hey, there we go, Donnie B. Let's see what Donnie B's got to say. Donnie B, at Donnie B Collectibles on Instagram. Grab a mic. Let's hear your thoughts.
Woo! Yeah.
Well, I had the blessed opportunity to sell. I sold probably 5 commission art cards within the last month that I was able to drop off in person, and to be able to see everybody's reactions was priceless. Better than any of the money that I made for those cards. The genuine love this hobby has is remarkable. I'm 5 years drug-free, and I owe a lot of it to the hobby. Ironically, I would have never thought that sports cards would have been such a savior in my life. Ridiculous. And one of the introductions that I got into making art cards was I work at a stand-up comedy club in San Francisco, and I wanted to start getting cool cards signed by comedians that didn't have cards that existed. So I commissioned a few art cards by some Topps artists, one being Sammy Gomez. Shout out Sammy Gomez, that dude, real talented. And not only that, I was able to get my card that he drew up. I got it signed by Theo Vaughn, very renowned comedian at this time. And I was able to get that card slabbed here. And
Nice.
pretty stoked, man, for someone that has 1 million followers. And this is for sure his first card that's ever been slabbed. So pretty cool feeling, man. We've accomplished quite a bit in 3 days, and it's been a blast. I got to talk with Jeremy. I can't wait to talk with John Newman and hopefully the rest of you, women in the hobby. I've been loving that page. I love to see more of the minorities of the hobby band together and create more of a communal feeling.
More inclusion, right on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Donnie.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, that's really cool. Let's have a look. Very
And
nice.
Donnie B, brings a great example of, redemption story of what the hobby can do for you personally. It's just not pieces of cardboard.
as great as that is, or chrome, it's the stuff behind that, the stories behind that. That we all have them. We are all part of that fabric, and we all have our individual stories.
I see we have a couple of youngsters in the crowd. What do you guys want to come up and maybe you, maybe you, maybe you? Which one do you want to come up and maybe? No?
Or not.
No, or not. Okay, no problem. All right, no problem.
And Carhartt blew up this year. I mean, not just the top releases, but even the stuff outside the space really just crescendoed. And I've always said cards are little works of art in themselves always. And now it's really kind of got its just due. It took a little bit, but it's here. I don't think it's going away. And it's a good thing.
I have a question for the youngsters. Just you can nod though. So we hear a lot that there's not that younger people are being priced out. Were you guys able to have a good time at the show and get some cards for yourselves and really enjoy it? Yeah.
Nice.
That's great to hear. That's good to hear. I think there's lots of price points available for everybody. You don't have to have. I did see cards in showcases. I saw one for 1.8 million, but I saw lots of 25 cent, lots of dollar cards too, and lots of giveaways. Did you guys get some good giveaways at the show? At some of the company booths? Did you get anything like that? Yeah. Good to hear.
It reminds me, I still have to go to the Panini booth to redeem my VIP ticket.
Take Brody with you. You'll get something really good, I'm sure.
Don't enter any contest because Brody's got them all locked up. But if there is a second place prize, you can go. You can always go for that. But speaking of kids and $1.8 million cards, I was at a booth the other day and I saw a young man, probably 9 years old, 10 years old, who made over $1,000 transaction. Like Eric said, this guy's got more money. We're gonna have to band together, Eric, and take it back over. But it's good to see that transaction. I don't care what age you are.
I love seeing just the determination, the hustle, the grind. So many, and a lot of father sons working together in a tandem with their kids, showing the business model. Me being a single father, working with my son. Excuse me, talking all week, barely talk, but it's the same thing with me. He's wanting to get into this stuff. He's wanting to get into cards. He's asking to flip cards. He's wanting to do that type of stuff. And seeing so many father-son duos in the hobby where the dads are able to teach their son about business, son able to handle it, run everything. There's not one or two. There's hundreds. They're all out there, and it's a beautiful thing to see. But you're not going to be taught in school.
That's so true, right? There's so many things that young people can learn in the hobby. I feel like it's an education, especially one of the most important things I find for young people is the ability to interact with older people, with adults, right? Yeah. Negotiate, I don't think they teach negotiation in school, and I don't know, and I think it also works towards self-confidence and self-assuredness to be able to feel like you're on equal ground. And the best vendors in the show treat the kids like a peer. It might be nice to give away a free pack or a free card. The kid loves that too. But I always advocate for treating them like they're just like you. If they come to your table, don't make any assumptions. And I hope that the young guys in the audience here and the youngsters that attended the show this whole week, had that experience. I'm sure there were instances where maybe not all vendors are created equally, but hopefully there was. You're nodding. With your boys, yeah, really, that's great. Any experiences kind of stick out for you? Was there any that really stuck out? Only one bad table you had to move the kids away from. Yeah, that's great. And they've been here every day. That's good to hear.
So we'll see you in Atlantic City. Is that what you're saying? All right.
Good to hear. That's really good to hear.
So how many people here is this your first national? How many? Wow. Okay, nice. A lot. How many plan on coming back? That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. There you go. You go once, you're hooked. I think you go once, you're hooked.
It's like tattoos. You get one,
Yeah.
and then you just start getting a whole bunch of them.
I kind of wonder if next year, I wonder how many people didn't come because of, just current events, and how many would have come if it was more open and more safe, I guess. So next year could be, although the destination might limit some, if it was in Chicago again next year, it would be even crazier than this time, right? I think so. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Come on, Atlantic City ain't that bad to get to.
Well, a Northeast guy like me, I know Eric, and I'm going to be able to drive next year. So, or let me rephrase that. My wife is going to be able to drive next year, so it'll be a little bit easier and a little bit fun having him around as well.
Question for Sam, who you're a woman of the hobby, and we talked about like kids going up to tables. How has it been for you as a female in a male-dominated hobby, going up to tables and interacting? What kind of response have you gotten, or reaction from vendors have you had?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Luckily, a lot of people, they kind of recognize me, so I've been able to just connect with them through that. But it's been great, and I know there were a few nights, Thursday night at one of the trade nights, there was a get-together for some of the women of the hobby, and then last night we got together as well. So, I mean, it's just awesome to see the momentum, and hopefully just push it forward to Atlantic City as well. So it's been great.
Are you gonna, with your channel, it's called Women of the Hobby. Did you find a lot more women of the hobby to bring on for future episodes? Were you able to do some scheduling, and did you meet some new females within the hobby this week?
I did see some other people out there for sure, but yeah, luckily I was kind of connected with quite a few people like beforehand, and I was able to meet them here, so that was great as well. But yeah, I'm hoping I can take some connections here and move them forward as well.
Some more great content to come from Sam. That's awesome.
Thank you.
We got another question for Dr. Beckett on the end. Again, what number national is it for you?
41.
Number 41.
Every single one.
That's astounding. So, what biggest take? I mean, we know how busy it is. Anything else stick out to you as being a big difference? This one versus the early nationals, or?
Well, I mean, I'm a numbers guy. It doesn't have to be a comparison by numbers. I mean, each national has been great in its own way, but this one was great in almost every way because the numbers don't lie. I mean, we've got 100,000 people here, and I don't know if Atlantic City can top that, but it doesn't need to top that. It's going to be another great experience, and back here in Chicago, could be even bigger and better. But even if it isn't, if it stays like this, wow.
Absolutely. And real quick, guys, I know he's been so busy the entire national, but another member of Hobby Hotline joining us, Brody the Kid.
That's not true.
What's going on, bud?
Not much. I ran over here from the top booth, but I'm here now.
You just won 2 more contests, I heard, in half an hour. Is that true?
No, I have not won any contests today, John. That was yesterday.
I'm just going based on trends,
So, we've been talking a lot about our hobby experiences and everything. You're obviously in tune with the kids more than anybody. What have you seen this year with the kids and the momentum in the hobby?
Yeah, at my booth, I've seen a lot of kids. There's been a lot of kids signing up for my email contests and stuff like that, and it's coming over and getting bracelets. And the community did a great job launching their kids crate right at this time, and it's been very popular, so that's really good to see. I think this national's been a big success for getting more kids to the hobby.
What's been your favorite thing? Coolest thing you've seen?
How many people there are here? It's crazy. I cannot believe it.
I already love Brody, but I also love the fact that he brings down the average age of the Hobby Hotline crew by 20 years. It makes me feel younger than I actually am. Yeah,
It's an injection to you, much needed. see. Where's Jeremy at? Where are you? Okay, we didn't lose him there.
I'm right here, just looking down.
As you can see, the church is quite large and a couple are missing.
Yeah, we don't even have everybody here. The plane was full, they turned them away. So this is who we got here. So. But we got a couple minutes left, I believe. Any questions or comments?
Rich was here.
Where is it?
Logan was here. Val was here.
Right.
Brian Gray was here. Everybody from the Hobby Hotline
Was here.
Yeah. This week.
Yeah, a couple
But not now, but this week.
Yes.
It's Brad.
All right. Yeah, we have to wrap it up. We're being cold, but I want to thank everybody for coming out. You guys have been awesome. Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific, the 2 other time zones in between.
12:30 in Newfoundland.
So, and it's a call-in show, so we can put you right on the screen and talk to you. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, guys.
Deuces.
So that was live at the National. I hope everybody appreciated. I hope everybody appreciated at least the time out there. Propaganda, nice Theodore, appreciate you, Cardboard Max, Mike. Y'all have a fantastic, safe time out there. Let's see, a couple more comments. Should the National drop the name National if it doesn't rotate nationally? That's actually a pretty good question. That's a pretty good question. I might actually ask that one of next Hobby Hotline. Next week is going to be, or this upcoming Saturday, it's going to be Drew, Chris, and Rich. With Rich and Drew being on with Chris, both or all three longtime hobby stewards. That should be a pretty good question for y'all to ask. Joe, I appreciate that. Made my wife drive home so that I could watch. I appreciate it. You're very welcome for putting it for doing. Everybody have a great, fantastic day. A happy Sunday. This is your Texas Card Dude here for Hobby Hotline signing off. Y'all have a fantastic day. Stay safe, and everybody that's flying home from the National, stay safe and have a fantastic day.